busy.
13 months.
In the bedroom.
Never had trouble with none of them.
He couldn't come. He's out of town.
People know what they do.
Really?
He's got a strong personality, so not really sure how it's
The
gonna go.
youngest in the dryer.
Oh,
It's surprised that firefight works. Of course, it wasn't going.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to call the November 4th, 2019 Crest Hill City Council meeting to order. If everyone would please rise for the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Ray Solomon.
Here.
Glenn Conklin.
Present.
Scott Dyke. John Verche.
Here.
Barbara Scolaire.
Here.
Claudia Gazal.
Here.
Tina Oberlin.
Present.
Marco Coli DiPietro.
Here.
Nate Albert.
Here.
Joe Kubal.
Here. Okay, I did receive a telephone message from Alderman Dyke earlier today. Due to a prior commitment, he is unable to be with us this evening, so he is excused for this evening's meeting. You have before you the minutes of the October 21st, 2019 Crest Hill City Council meeting. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have motion by Alderwoman Scolaire, seconded by Alderman Cola DiPietro for the approval of the minutes of the City Council meeting held on October 21st, 2019. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire.
Yes.
Marco Coli DiPietro.
Yes.
Motion carries.
You also have before you the minutes of the work session held on October 28th, 2019. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
We have motion by Alderman Cola DiPietro, seconded by Alderwoman Gazal. Questions or comments in regards to the minutes of the work session held on October 28th, 2019? Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scolaire.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Marco Coli DiPietro.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, we do have several guests in the audience this evening, so we will begin with Mr. Jeff Hetrick, who is the External Affairs Manager and the Municipality of City of Crest Hill representative, to present a special award and to give us a little information about Commonwealth Edison. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate the time in front of you this evening. ComEd has been working on energy efficiency for approximately 10 years. We have greatly expanded the programs that we do, and we have programs that everyone can take advantage of, from municipalities to individual businesses to residential. As an example, our residential program, if you call ComEd, we will send an engineer out to your house and evaluate your household usage absolutely free of charge to you. We will come in and we will replace any of the old incandescent lamps with the new efficient LED lights. LED lights use about 1/10 of the electricity as the older style lights. So you'll get the light bulbs at least for free, and they will give you ideas of how you can cut back on your energy usage. We also have similar programs for businesses where we will come out and audit, and we offer rebates and incentives for people that do put in energy efficiency products. And that's what I came out here mainly to do today. I wanted to recognize the city of Crest Hill for their efforts. We totaled up the year 2018, and from the efforts that Crest Hill has done in their LED program with ComEd, they have saved approximately 387,227 kilowatt hours annually. And that actually means about the equivalent saving of carbon of planting 259 trees or taking 47 cars off the road. But the part that mainly interests people in Crest Hill and of course the residents is the fact that it will have an annual cost savings of over $27,000. So with that, I would like to present this plaque to the mayor, and congratulations to everyone in Crest Hill for their work on this.
I thought you were gonna say $387,000. But we'll take the kilowatt hours too, because this is great. We switched over, last year, all of the street lights. It's, what a tremendous improvement throughout the city with more lighting, less cost, and more visibility now. So I think that it's been a very successful program for us. Before I let Jeff go, I certainly want to recognize him because you have been in this position for many years, correct?
About 20 years.
Yeah, about 20. And my last 10 as mayor, I will tell you that when we have an issue here at the city and I have to reach out to somebody for some assistance from Commonwealth Edison, I call Jeff. And I will tell you, he's always been receptive. He gets back to me right away. The problem is usually rectified very quickly. So for that, I want to thank you because you're not only helping me, you're helping all the citizens of Crest Hill and all the visitors that come through our great city. So I just want to give you some compliments on that you do a fantastic job with that. And we will proudly accept this award, and we will hang this out in the foyer. Hopefully, we'll hang this at New City Hall in a couple of years. And
Your contractors are already calling about City Hall and the new Public Works building about
Yes.
what incentives they can get there.
Yes.
So I think you've got a little taste, so there's more to come.
great. I will open up to City Council. Any questions, comments of Jeff?
I'll just make a comment, Mayor. Jeff, I had one of Commonwealth Edison engineers out to the residents here too, by probably 3-4 months ago, changed out all of our lights, brought in LEDs, gave us new shower heads, energy efficient shower heads, and state-of-the-art thermostat. And, you know, all of those were very nice additions to the house, so good stuff.
It works tremendous as far as energy efficiency. The only time I've saved even more money was when my 2 teenage daughters went off to college.
That didn't save you money.
That's true, it didn't save me money, but it did save me electricity.
Shifted from one pile to another.
Shifted it.
If a resident wants it, how would they go about getting it?
They can call our 800 number, which is 800 Edison, and then the numeric 1. If you want the numbers, it's 800-334-7661. Like they said, we will come out, we'll kind of get a group of people together in the area, send the engineer out. They'll spend all day there. One of the things I tell people is if you do have one of those two-story entryways, they will replace all the light bulbs in that big chandelier, but we can't seem to get them to dust the chandelier while they're up there. It's a noble try.
Thank you.
I will definitely do that after Christmas, because I'm afraid if Commonwealth see how much Christmas lights and trees I have, I may be in trouble.
Well, the one thing about LEDs is once you do replace them, they last somewhere between 15 and 18 years. So we tell people at least you replace them once and you don't have to worry about the spare bulbs after that.
Yeah.
Just the dust all over.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Okay, well, thanks,
Thank you
Jeff.
very much.
I look forward to a continued relationship with you. You do great things for the city of Crest Hill, and we thank you for that. Thank you for your cooperation also.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you have a great night. All right, next on the agenda, I did receive a message from Ryan Linsner, who is the owner of Bricks and Minifigs, the Lego store on Renwick Road. What is it, 20649 Renwick Road, and also is here on behalf as the president of the Crest Hill Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
So welcome, Ryan.
Thanks, Mayor. So as the mayor said, my name is Ryan Linsner. I am the owner and proprietor of Bricks and Minifigs on Renwick Road, as well as the president of the newly reformed Crest Hill Chamber of Commerce. So I do have some good news on both fronts, so I'm going to try to make this kind of quick. If you can refrain from questions until after, that'd be great. The Crest Hill Chamber of Commerce, we have recently resurrected it after 5 years of being absent from Crest Hill, for more than 5 years. Our new mission is to bring the community and local businesses together. We want to focus on making Crest Hill a place that residents will want to live in, shop in, and be entertained in, an area that will attract business and businesses, and a hometown that we can feel proud of. As a small chamber, we are actively working with other area chambers to set up multi-chamber events, including luncheons, after-hours events, sponsored entertainment, and more. The big reason is, why should you join? First and foremost, we are offering 1 full year of free membership to all businesses and individuals that wish to register by the end of this year, so that's December 31st, 2019. Rates after that will are currently being discussed, but the consensus currently is to set our annual dues at $100 per business with $50 for nonprofits. So it's gonna be half that. Our $100 annual price we decided on because it is approximately 1/3 of the lowest chamber cost for any area chamber. As well as being a resident of Crest Hill, we know most of the Crest Hill businesses are family-owned, small businesses that can't necessarily afford large amounts as, we'll just say, certain area neighbors. Secondly, you'll also have the ability to help shape this newly formed chamber into what we need today and for the future by voting for or against the old bylaws from the old chamber while creating new ones. Lastly, we'll be helping every local business that joins by promoting business partnerships, member discounts, area referrals, job postings, and an improved online business directory that the chamber never had before. That will be available in approximately 4 days at our brand new website, cresthillchamber.com. That is being professionally developed for us by a company called Chambermaster. All of the area chambers, including the Heritage Corridor Business Alliance, Romaville Chamber of Commerce, and I believe Plainfield Chamber of Commerce are all currently using that, which does come with extra software and app to use. You can attendance, do bill pay, pretty much everything for it. So we do look forward to working with the mayor and the city council on improving Crest Hill and making it a special place for everyone in it. Thank you. It's now open for questions.
How about a
For
little,
that.
how about a little information on bricks and minifigs as long as you're here?
Well, do you have any questions about the chamber first at all?
When is the luncheons?
So luncheons are currently the third Wednesday of every month at approximately 11:30. They usually, fourth Wednesday. Approximately 11:30, it usually lasts till about 1. There are certain times and discussions that do tend to run late at times, especially when new members arrive and are new to the idea. The chamber has only been around officially for about 2 months now, but has been in the works for approximately 2 years with myself and along with about half a dozen other business owners. Unfortunately, we did lose 2 of them due to moving and stuff in the meantime, but they did help us out with that. Without them, we would not have the chamber today. So I appreciate that, their help with that. So.
Anybody else, questions?
Well, I'm glad you finally made it, because
Yeah.
as the chamber has to work with the city hand by hand.
Yes.
You know, you never came here and talked to us or acknowledged the city to work with you, so I'm glad you finally made it. There's so many
Yeah, well, we
months.
wanted to make sure it was official first, because it
But
actually took us.
you still work with the city, so it
Yeah.
would've been nice for you to come from the beginning and reach out, but I'm glad you finally did.
Yeah, no problem. We want to work together. It's our hometown. I live here too, so we want to get good for everyone.
Anybody else?
Questions, comments?
Bricks and minifigs.
Okay, now for the awesome and exciting news that I'm very pleased to share with you. As of late last week, so we're talking 5 days, Bricks and Minifigs, the nation's largest Lego resale chain, has signed an agreement with the Lego Group and Toy House to now allow our stores to carry brand new products, as well as maintaining our current store identity of specializing in retired sets and minifigures, while providing a family-friendly event space for parties, field trips, and more. What does this mean? Our store will now receive new Lego sets day 1 of the release. There will be no longer a need to drive to Orland Square Mall or Woodfield Mall to purchase them. This allows more potential business to stay in town while attracting visitors from nearby and faraway places. Speaking of faraway, after nearly 2 years in business, we currently have over 20 families that routinely drive in from neighboring states, as well as some that drive halfway across the country, including Oregon, Texas, Nevada, and Florida. That number is now expected to grow exponentially. Our Crest Hill location, owned by my wife and myself, can now be considered as one of the largest brick and mortar Lego retailers in the country. With the ability to sell or trade in your old sets and minifigures towards other retired, rare, and now newly released product, we have now become the it place to go for all of your Lego needs. Paired with our proven 5-star customer service and knowledgeable staff, this new offering to our clientele will not only increase the traffic into our store, but to the city and local businesses as well. We are currently doing some redesign within our store to make room for new product, so bear with us, as we look forward to our upcoming anniversary in January. We are excited to share the new layout and product with everyone, starting as early as next week, just in time for the holidays. Thank you for allowing me to share the great news with you today. I am free to answer any questions you might have.
How about giving us hours of the store? And
So our store is open every day. except for major holidays. We are open Monday through Friday, 10 to 7. We're open a little bit longer on Saturdays from 9 to 8 p.m. and on Sundays 10 to 6. We will be extending those hours for the first time for winter to get ready for the new changes and to allow more clientele to come in to buy the new product.
Very good. That is good news.
It's awesome news.
That is
Our
great.
whole company is excited.
That is going to be more business for you. It's going to be more individuals coming into the city of Crest Hill for a destination point. They're going to go to our restaurants, they're going to buy our gas, buy our groceries and everything else. So that is tremendous news. That's also more sales tax for the city of Crest Hill,
Yes.
which we survive on.
Yes, and the other thing is where my location is, about half of our plaza is currently empty. So we're hoping that with this extra kick in the pants for our landlord, we can get those spaces filled up and get rid of that empty space.
Well, good. Congratulations on that. And also, I'll make a comment now on the Chamber of Commerce. You know, thank you for the hard work that you and all the individuals did to bring the chamber back. You know, I think that this city needs a Chamber of Commerce. I think that this city needs to be supportive of the Chamber of Commerce. We all need to work together for the common goal, because what's good regionally, what's good citywide is good for everybody. And, you know, we have to work together, we have to support it, and we have to be there for you, and we have to work as a team. And I think we will do that, and I think that we will come a long way as a city.
Absolutely.
And as far as bricks and minifigs, I think, you know, you need to work with Scott a little bit too for some advertisement here on our website and all the other information that we can help out with, to let everybody know that you are a destination point now. You can buy those items that you don't have to go to Orland Square for anymore.
Correct.
So that's amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna, and I'm also gonna try to use some of our contacts through the chamber as well, that I'm working on right now to also inform that through maybe WJOL and some of the other means
Right.
as well, because we want to get it out to everybody as fast as possible. My first step is actually to head over to Carolyn Lakes, where my mom actually is a resident, to hopefully get in on one of their HOA meetings and let them know, because we do have a lot of grandparents in there that come in to shop for their kids or grandkids. And the nice thing is, one of the changes that I told my staff we want to keep is we do have a little couch that's in there. And original plan was to get rid of that, but I had opted to keep it because that is where a lot of our grandparents like to sit down and relax while their kids and grandkids are searching for Lego, because a lot of times they are there for 2 or 3 hours.
Anybody?
Will you still be holding birthday parties or no more?
Yes.
Yes?
We
Okay.
currently are almost booked every single weekend between now and the end of the year. We've got about 4 to 5 birthday parties every weekend. Along with events, we also have a new Lego user group that just started in our store last month, which is a combination of minors and adults. We're the only one in the state that does that. And the purpose of that is to allow individuals to explore their creativity as well as to show it off at certain events. So their first project is they're actually building our winter display. For those of you that did come to our store before for our grand opening, everything 2 years ago, we do have a 4 by 8 foot display that we'd always carry in the store and do scavenger hunts in and little activities. We do have a Veterans Memorial display going up this week that a gentleman is doing with a bunch of different warbirds that he made out of Lego. And then come wintertime, our lug is going to be doing our entire winter display for us. So it's going to be a nice showing of local residents from the age of 7 all the way up to 65.
Great.
So.
Any other questions or comments from
Well,
council?
I want to thank Ryan. You've been doing a great job, working so hard. I've said before, you're such a dedicated individual, all the effort you're putting into the chamber. And I want to thank you for all that, because I see what you do and how hard you're working. And I know I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I too want to congratulate you, Ryan. I know you've worked hard on the business, and this is a great achievement there. So,
thanks.
Congrats. And just like Tina said, you know, the chamber positions aren't paid or anything like that. You've put in a lot of hours, so I certainly appreciate
More than
it.
I like to share.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay,
And then
congratulations and
As a
thank you.
side note, I see I need to get some more minifigs to you guys.
I have mine right here.
I see the
have
mayor still
male
has
and the
it.
female.
We're gonna get you guys some 2-year
Okay.
anniversary ones, don't worry.
All right. They're kind of my good luck charm.
Mayor and council, thank you very much.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Ryan. Have a good night. I also see our representatives from our local schools and food pantry here. I assume you're here to get a donation from the events committee, so I'll turn it over to them.
Well, it's that time of year again where we get to play elves and give these donations to the schools and the food pantries who are in great need. And when I do call them and talk to them each year, I hear the same stories, how this year's worse than last year. And we can't thank you enough for what the events committee does each year for these kids that otherwise they wouldn't have the funds to do these things. And I know the turkeys for the food pantry. So I'm always really happy when we're able to do this. So we will pass these checks out. Each one is going to get a $750 check this year to use for their needy children and for the turkeys. So we will start with Doris Johnson, the food pantry.
She's Jason, and we've been working with the food pantry for 15 years. And we live in Joliet, but we help a lot Crest here. We want to say thank you for the donation and for everything.
Thank you.
And just to let you know that we've been working for over 15 years now with the food pantry. And as you know, it's every Thursday is our distribution day. And we will be giving out the turkeys on the 21st of this month. And that will be 1 week ahead of Thanksgiving. Sean Hillman, yes, he said that he will be having those turkeys ready for that date. And we're so grateful. We couldn't do it without you guys, without your help. So thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for everything that you continue to do for the residents of Crest Hill, because I know there's been many occasions when I've gotten a phone call at home. I've had people come into where I work at Newmark and say, they have no food, you know. I mean, it's very sad. And every time I've called Larry, he has been on top of it, and he's brought boxes right to their house or their apartment or whatever when they were in dire straits. And it's really a nice feeling to know that we have somebody that cares that much about people who are in need and is that helpful. So I appreciate everything all of you do. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with everything Tina has said. I mean, we all know Larry real well from being here for many years with the food pantry. To have that in our backyard is a great asset to the city. And I know they're always looking for volunteers, especially when it comes to this time of the year. So they do have a website that I'm sure we can get their information to them. Next on our list, we have Mr. Phil Robb from Richland School. Mr. Robb.
Thank you.
For you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Richland School District 88A, I want to thank you very much for the donation to our students and families. This money will go a long ways in supporting our students and making it an enjoyable winter, warm winter, as well as an enjoyable holiday season. With that being said, I invite all of you guys out to many of our sport events over the course of the next few weeks and the course of the next few months. Especially, we have some great holiday events coming up in December with our Holiday Bazaar, as well as we have our elementary musicals, our band concerts, and our choir concerts. So we'd love to have you guys a part of that in our audience and to see you there. So we do invite you to that. Our calendar is on our website, www.d88a.org. We hope to see you there. And lastly, I hope this isn't too soon to say, but if I don't see you before the holiday season, I wish all of you a happy and warm holidays. So again, thank you very much on behalf of Richland 88A.
Thanks, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, then we have Jackie Hall from my alma mater, well, although it was an older building, Cheney School.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you. Now, thank you, everybody into the events committee, everybody on the events committee. As you said, I do now because I help the families directly or send them to the food pantry, and it is. But everything that you both said was very true, and really, there's just a lot of different ways that we have to help our families, and I thank you because this goes a very long way. We don't have a ton of resources, so this really helps. So thank you. And I will just also say we have some good things, but To anybody that's a veteran, we have a Veterans Day Assembly, which is really nice at our school, so anybody is welcome. It's going to be Thursday, the 7th at 10 o'clock in our gym. So the Lockport Junior ROTC will be there to do their, well, they change it up every year of what they're going to do, but it's really nice ceremony done by the students. So hope everybody can get there. It's really very nice. And again, thank you very much, because
Thank you for what you
it
do.
is very, very needed, so thank you.
Okay, last but certainly not least, we have Carol Betzold from Crystal Lawn School.
Oh, I hug, I'm a hugger.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Crystal Lawns definitely appreciates it. We have a lot of families that are in need, especially during the holiday season. This will go, just as they have said, a long way for our families, and we definitely appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Just one final thing that I'll say is this is obviously all thanks and the results of the picnic that was held in August. So thanks to the residents of Crest Hill and all of our friends and family that helped out that day, but also that just came to enjoy the day. We were able to, disperse $3,000 tonight because of the success of that day. So thank you.
That's right, Nate, and it really was, it was all that effort, especially at the bar, that this money, we're able to put it back into our community, and it wouldn't happen without the hard work of the volunteers and the people that attend. But I have to share a story that is really heartwarming to me, that every time this year I think of this, because when I first was appointed to this committee and I met with the then leaders of each of the schools, we had a sit down about what we could do to help the schools and the children in general. And I remember one of the principals telling me a story about how a little child got off the bus in the dead of winter in a t-shirt. He had nothing else on. And when the principal asked him, "Where's your coat, man?" "Well, my mom didn't have enough money to buy a coat and to buy food, so I told her to buy food for the family." I mean, to me, that still gets me. It was so heartbreaking that a child would have to make that decision and he would forego warmth for the rest of his family. So I just want people to understand that every time we do this, I think of that story and I think of that child and all the children that child represents in our city. So if anybody else out there is in a position to help, remember it is a season to share and to care. So thank you all once again, and thank all of you.
To our three representatives from our school districts here, let me say this. The Greek philosopher Diogenes, he said the foundation of every state is the education of its youth. And a community like Crest Hill or any other community is only as strong as your school system. I will tell you that I'm very proud of our three schools that we have in the city of Crest Hill. It's a great school district. Each one of you do a fantastic job. I know it's a tough job. I know that you have your challenges on a daily basis, but I want to thank you as the mayor for everything that you do for the education of our youth. They are our future. They are our next generation. So thank you for all your talents and your time and your resources that you use to educate our youth. I know we live in a very diverse community, but everybody deserves a fair chance, and you guys give them that at your school district. So thank you very much. And to the two ladies here from the food pantry, we've been working with you for many years. Larry George is here quite often. We work with him very closely too. Thank you for everything you do for those residents that are a little less fortunate than what we are, that don't have food on their table. So everything that you do, you are doing God's work also. So thank you very much for that. And not only taking care of people in Crest Hill that are a little less fortunate than we are, but also our surrounding communities, because I know there's about 200 cars that go through that food pantry line every Thursday morning. So thank you for all that you do. So you're more than welcome to stay. You won't hurt our feelings if you leave, if you have other things that you need to attend to. But God bless each one of you. I wish you a very blessed and Merry Christmas also. Thank you. Moving on, we will go to our city administrator, Heather McGuire. Good evening, Heather.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have one agenda item before you this evening, and that is the approval for the Heritage Corridor ad. We do this every year, and we do the 1/6 page ad, so I'm seeking approval to do that again this year at the member rate of $410.
So moved.
Second. We have motion by Alderwoman Gazal, seconded by Alderman Cola DiPietro for the approval of a 1/6 page ad for the Heritage Corridor, which will have a circulation of 75,000 copies. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Pietro.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That was the only agenda item I had this evening. The report is on file for the public's information. We will be holding a work session that will be on November 12th, as we are closed for Veterans Day on November 11th, Monday. So that work session will be moved to that Tuesday. Current topics include a proposal from our public services, the tax levy presentation, as well as a presentation on our medication disposal bin. I'd be happy to answer any questions this evening.
Any questions of City Administrator? Thank you, Heather. Moving on, our Public Works Department, our Director of Public Works, Tom Meggetts. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We have nothing on the agenda this evening, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have at this point.
Do you have an update about the sidewalks? The shaving?
The shaving is still pending the completion of the sidewalk pouring, which should be starting very soon. I've been in contact with the contractor, they're looking to start this week.
So it's gonna be done for winter?
The sidewalks will be poured before winter, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yes, when are we gonna put the curbs in down there on Hickory Street? There's been no curb down there, but a catch basin now for about 2 months. The 1600 block.
Right, that's also
There's
going
some
to
other ones around too. It's gotta get it done before it snows.
Yes, that's going to be done through the same contractor, he's mobilizing this week. I've asked him to work on those things first, so we can get the asphalt put in before winter comes.
They'll get done before it snows?
Yes, sir. Well, we've already had snow, but it'll be
Yeah.
done before.
It
winter
hasn't
gets
snowed
in
at all
there.
yet.
Yeah.
It means more snow.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, thanks, Tom.
thank you.
Moving on, our Community Development Director, Scott McMaster. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just one agenda item this evening, and that is for the amendment to ordinance 10.01 pertaining to restricted truck traffic. As we discussed last Monday, around Patrick and Kabinski Drive, we're trying to restrict any kind of truck traffic and keep them from interacting with pedestrian traffic, so I'm seeking that approval this evening.
And we did speak about this last Monday night at our work session. Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Cola DiPietro, seconded by Alderwoman Scalera for the amendment to ordinance 10.01 pertaining to restricting truck traffic. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Nate Albert.
Yes.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Marco Pietro.
Yes.
Motion carries. Ordinance number is 1829.
Thank you, Council, and then we will get to work on getting those signs made and put up instantly here. And then another announcement, as I announced previously, the fourth winter event is coming up Saturday, November 30th, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. The local Crest Hill band, the Jib Brothers, are playing this year. We'll also have what we've had in the past is a horse and hay rack ride, ponies, reindeer, and obviously Santa Claus will make an appearance that evening. Some of the bigger sponsors this year have been Newmark Credit Union, Flooring First, which is a new business in Crest Hill, Goofy G's, which will be a new business in Crest Hill next year, Window World, Remax Ultimate Professionals, Charter Fitness, the American Italian Cultural Society, and JM Printers. So thank you very much for those sponsorships, and more are kind of trickling in as we're closing up here. So we're looking forward to that one. Hopefully we'll have continued good weather as we've had in the last 3 events. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
Any questions of economic development?
Yeah, what happened to the other fitness place up there in Weber Road?
They just changed names. That's all they did. So
Is that all it is?
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Moving on, our police department, our police chief, Ed Clark. Good evening, Ed.
Evening, Mayor and Council. I do not have anything on the agenda this evening. Our report is in your packet, and I would be willing to entertain any questions.
Any questions of our police chief? Thank you for the extra patrol on Halloween. It wasn't the nicest of nights, but, it did stop snowing. It was a little bit chilly, but, there were still a lot of young individuals that were out there, and I seen the patrols that were going by, so I appreciate that.
Good, yeah.
I know that we didn't have any incidents, so that was great.
It was nice that the snow didn't stick on the sidewalks.
Right.
That was my main concern. But it seemed to work out very well.
Right. Okay.
Well, can I
Chief,
just
can I
say,
ask a
I
question?
felt kind of bad because I had to work and I never did get my hot dog delivery night. But, yeah. I didn't get to see any of the trick-or-treaters except one pair when I came home at 6:30. They were standing in the intersection by my home, dressed totally as cats, face painted, the older kids dancing crazily in the intersection. And I was really hoping they'd come to my door, but did you get any calls about cats? No, wild animals? No, okay. They must have.
Not that night, but just never know.
Now we passed a truck ordinance. Are we gonna give the guys a break once, for a while, before we start writing tickets out at 100%?
We can't enforce it for 30 days until
I
after
mean,
it's
after the 30
published.
days, are we gonna have, are they all gonna know that that road can't be used like they wanna use it?
Well, I mean, I usually leave that up to the officer that's doing the enforcement. 30 days have passed, the signs are legally posted. I would say probably they'll give them a break in the beginning, but, you know.
Are we gonna be able to get the signs up within the 30 days so they can see the signs to begin with?
I would assume so, yes.
You can't enforce something if you don't have the signs.
Yeah, we gotta have the signs.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can get the signs without a problem.
Okay, all right.
Okay, thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Moving on to the mayor's report, I do not have any agenda items this evening, but I did receive a letter today in the mail from the Lockport Township Fire Protection District, the Board of Trustees, and we have a new fire chief in Lockport Township Fire Department. Paul Hertzman, who was the fire chief for the last 2 years, retired at the end of September. It was the last week of September, that Friday. Certainly want to thank Chief Hertzman for his 30-plus years of service to the citizens of Crest Hill, to Romeoville, to Lockport, for his service to all the communities within Lockport Township as our fire chief. So the announcement tonight is that now John O'Connor has been appointed fire chief effective October 25th, 2019. John O'Connor, the new fire chief, joined the district 21 years ago as a firefighter paramedic, and he has also held the position of lieutenant, captain, and battalion chief. He will be in charge of a department that employs 109 firemen and women and operating out of 6 fire stations, 2 in Crest Hill, 2 in Romeoville, 2 in Lockport. The Fire Protection District responds to approximately 9,901 calls for service every year. So congratulations to Fire Chief John O'Connor, and we wish him well in all of his endeavors. I look forward to working with him for many years to come. With that, I will answer any questions that anybody has of the mayor. Hearing none, we'll move on to the city clerk's report. Our city clerk, Vicki Hackney. Good evening, Vic.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have no items on the agenda this evening. Any questions of the clerk's office, I'd be happy to answer.
Questions of city clerk?
Just one note, just a reminder, as per our city administrator, we are closed on Monday. We will reopen Tuesday morning. And happy Veterans Day to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. City treasurer's report. Our treasurer, Glenn Conklin. Good evening, Glenn.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to report our regular and overtime payroll from October 14th, 2019 through October 27th in the amount of $226,153.94. We had comp time buyback payroll in the amount of $20,997.90. The only item I seek action on is I look for your approval on our list of bills, which totals $1,407,249.44.
So moved as presented.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderwoman Oberlin, seconded by Alderwoman Sclair for the approval of the list of bills. Questions or comments? Roll call, please.
John Verche?
Yes.
Claudia Gazal?
Yes.
Mark Coley-Petro?
Yes.
Nate Albert?
Yes.
Joe Kubal?
Yes.
Barbara Scoler?
Yes.
Tina Oberlin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you all. I'll answer any questions if you have them.
Questions of city treasurer? Thanks, Glenn.
Thanks. Good night.
Unfinished business. We have nothing on the agenda. Anybody? New business? Anyone? Committee liaison reports.
Well, it's that time of year, Nate. You want to tell everybody about the lights?
It is that time of year, and I started a couple of weekends ago, but it's time for the holiday lights contest. So if you decorate your house or your neighbors decorate the house for the Christmas holiday, be sure to fill out the entry form here that's available, will be available on our website. Also, there's forms available here at City Hall. But we hand out prizes on December 16th at the City Council meeting for all the winners of the Crest Hill Christmas Lights Contest.
And the last day to get your entry in will be December 6th, to be included in the contest, because we have to give the little secret elves a week to go out and look. So make sure that you get the entry back, if you're putting it for yourself or your neighbor or whoever, get it back to us by December 6th. Some people leave them at City Hall, I get them from the girls here. Some people throw them in my front door, some people email them to me. However you want to do it, just make sure you get a return call knowing that we received it. And if you have any questions, once again, my phone number is 815-953-4257. Good luck to all the little decorators.
Anybody else? Committee liaison reports. As chairman of the Veterans and Police Memorial Committee, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of our veterans, both living and deceased. Thank you for your commitment, your dedication, your loyalty, not only to your city, but to your country. And we appreciate all of your sacrifices that you made during the time you were called into service, so that we can have the freedoms that we enjoy today. And it is not without the pain and suffering that all of you suffered for our country, but you know, it was not in vain. You did supply us with freedoms that no other country has. So God bless each and every one of you. I hope that I will be Jackie at the Cheney Manji Veterans Program and at the Richland Program also. You know, we should be thanking a veteran every day, just not on Veterans Day, for the sacrifices that they made. So thank you, and God bless each and every one of you, and keep those that have passed away in your prayers. Okay, moving on, City Council comments. These are positive City Council comments. Anything you'd like to share with your constituents? We'll begin with Ward 1 this evening, Alderman Verche.
Nothing at this time.
Ward 2, Alderwoman Sclair.
I just want to remind everyone, you know, again, as the mayor says, to remember all of our veterans. Some of them gave their lives for us, and I just want everyone to remember them all. Thank you.
Alderwoman Gazal.
Just want to announce that the sidewalk at Borio and Renwick is finally in. So we are very excited as a neighbor. Everyone got a lot of calls and they can't wait to use it, even though we promised spring, but it happened finally. So thanks to Forest Preserve and to the City Council for approving it.
Ward 3, Alderwoman Overman.
Well, I want to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day, and also keep in mind, if you want to have that energy audit that we were told about tonight, that you can call and get that done, and it's really worth it. If nothing else, to get those nice new light bulbs put in on your fixtures. So once again, he gave a phone number of 800-334-7661 if you want to get one of those free energy audits. So, thank you.
Alderman Cola DiPietro.
I just want to, extend good luck to the student athletes that are participating in their respective tournaments and championships this fall.
Ward 4, Alderman Elbert.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Mr. Rob didn't mention this, but next Wednesday at Potbelly's in Joliet on Plainfield Road, they're having a fundraiser for Richland School. It's, again, on Wednesday, November 13th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. 25% of the proceeds will be donated to the school district.
What was the time again, Nate?
4 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, November 13th at the Potbelly's. If you're heading towards the Joliet Mall, it's on the right-hand side there.
Alderman Kubal.
Nothing else, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is public comment. Anyone who would like to address City Council needs to step to the podium, state your name for the record. Your address is optional. Let the record show that no one has approached the podium. To our city administrator, Heather, is there a need for an executive session?
No, there's not, Mayor.
Motion for an adjournment?
So move, Mayor.
Second.
We have motion by Alderman Albert, seconded by Alderman Verche for an adjournment. Roll call, please.
Tina Oberlin.
Yes.
Marco Colipietro.
Yes.
Joe Kubal.
Yes.
Barbara Scoler.
Yes.
Claudia Gazal.
Yes.
John Verche.
Yes.
Excuse me, Nate Albert.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, meeting is adjourned at 7:45 PM. I thank you and good evening and happy Veterans Day to all our veterans.